So this small kind of flat area down here that comes down is like sloped on all three sides, and then we don't own across the fence there, but it's just this flat area down here, and it's sort of like a little spot that right now we're not doing anything with, so we kind of set it aside, or I'm setting it aside sort of for the wildlife. When I say wildlife, I'm talking about like butterflies, bees, birds. So we're doing a native pollinator flower mix right in here. This whole thing, this kind of like Y-shaped thing that I just tilled. We had some in here last year, and I added some dirt over here on this other side that we had some fill dirt, and I'm gonna extend it a little bit so I kind of make just a giant Y. Instead of a line, it's gonna be just a big giant Y. And so I think Corbin's on his way down now to check out the fresh dirt. He's got his bulldozer, so he's gonna be digging around in it, which is no problem. So I'm gonna be spreading seeds in here, and we're supposed to get a rain tomorrow. Hopefully it's not a big rain where it washes everything away, and hopefully it'll just kind of like a nice soaker rain, get everything watered, and hopefully we have some wildflower sprouting up. We got some birch trees and some willow trees and stuff, some native stuff hanging around out here that I've planted. And so we've got a pecan tree over there as well. So just some like native stuff, give something to the insects and the pollinators, and you know, the birds and all the wildlife and stuff kind of hang out and down in here, kind of give them a little spot, give them a little area. Okay, this is the Midwest Wildflower Seed Mix. It says Baby's Breath, Dwarf Cornflower, Bachelor Button, Candy Tuft, Sweet William, Indian Blanket, Prairie Coneflower, Mexican Hat, Tall Cornflower, Bachelor Button, Red Poppy, Red Corn Poppy, Lance Leaf Coreopsis, Mixed Red Poppy, Wild Cosmos, California Poppy, Blanket Flower, Black-Eyed Susan, Wild Perennial, Lupine, Purple Coneflower, Russell Lupine, Plains Coreopsis, Siberian Wallflower, Blue Flax, Scarlet Flax, Drummet Flax, Sulphur Orange, Cosmos, and Gloriosa Daisy. So, pretty good mix here. And we're just going to get in here. I'm just going to start scattering it around. Wind's kind of standing upwind from it, so the seeds are dispersed by the wind just a smidge. I'll lay them in here pretty thick because I want them to try to crowd out any weeds that might want to try to come up before the plant can get established, and hopefully they'll just crowd them all out. Last year the birds and the butterflies and the bees were all over this all summer, because the great thing about the mix is having all the different diversity is that so when one's blooming and another one's still growing, there's always blooms, and that one that blooms early, you know, it dies off, the blooms go away, and then the next one starts to bloom. And so they just kind of leapfrog all the way through the season, making a lot of diversity, giving a lot of insects plenty of stuff to always have throughout the entire season. This new soil that I got up here, is hopefully going to grow pretty well in here. It's all nice and loose, not very many weeds. So as long as these get established fairly quickly, should be looking at a pretty good amount of sunflowers. Okay. All right, now I'm just gonna take a rake and I'm just gonna kind of brush the seeds around a little bit, so hopefully they'll fall in all the little pockets of the ground, and then the rain will hopefully do the rest, and hopefully they germinate and they can start getting going, getting growing. And I'll keep you guys updated in other vlogs throughout the growing season.